Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to my Thursday photo editing live stream where I edit photos live using Olympus Workspace or Lightroom, depending on the camera. But most of the Olympus cameras I'll do in Workspace. And also I put my photo out there for you guys to edit, so it's always fun to see what you guys do with my image. And I think, like I said, it's a great learning experience both ways, right? Like when I edit your photo, I try and share with you my thought process and show you how to use Workspace and Lightroom while I'm doing it. And then seeing the edits that you guys do gives me a lot of ideas, so I learn a lot as well. But wow, let's see. Wow, a lot of chat here in the chat section. I'm just checking it out here. I was kind of, uh, I was watching Tony and Chelsea. Somebody told me. Let me see. Here we go. Tony and Chelsea are on now live. Look at this. Got a 4.99 chat already. How many people are watching? 400. Holy crap. 400 people watching now. We'll have to watch this later. Maybe talk about it in the next stream, but uh that's probably how many people are on my stream right now? Got 12 people here. 12 people versus 400. Ugh, that's shocking. It's shocking. But anyway, enough of them. Let me shut them down. Yeah, I started way before they did, right? 17 people. It's growing. Somebody needs to go over to Tony and Chelsea's chat room and tell them to come over and see mine. I'm better. I know I'm better than they are editing. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. You will change to the new Sony now, huh? Oh, you sent a photo in to them? Oh, I should send them one of my photos. That would be fun. So next time they do it, let's all go over there into their chat section and we can chit chat there while they're live streaming what they're doing. What I might do, it'd be really cool is we'll do this next time, not today. But I will live stream while they are live streaming at the same time and give you live feedback of what I think their editing was. I mean, I can't show their live stream on mine, right? Other than the couple seconds I did just now. But since we're all watching it together live, um, it'll be just like we're all watching it together, right? That would be kind of cool. Uh, just for fun. At least I'll have fun. I don't know. But let's see. We got a lot of pictures in today. Looks like I've already arranged everything, and I started semi on time. Um, oh, you just put a plug in for me? Oh, thanks, Randy. No, don't mess with their live stream. I shouldn't have said that. You got to pick one, right? I guess. Did you give that, Randy? Did you guys? It would be really cool. Okay, this is it. This is what we do. We figure out when their next live stream is, right? And then you guys submit the same photo to them as you submit to me. And we'll see which edit you like better. That would be cool, right? I mean, I have to watch theirs after the fact to kind of make sure that idea would work. But that would be kind of cool. And then we can watch together their live stream next time. But anyway, this exists. Nice. Yes, I do. Uh, robtrek taking reaction videos to another level. That's right, right? A reaction video. We can both critique their editing uh, of our photos. So I'll submit one. Maybe they'll review it or not. I don't know. But we all submit one. Eventually, one of ours will get in that they're going to edit, and then I've edited it because you submitted it to me, and then we'll see whose we likes better. And then the winner. Let's see. if I win, if I edit like say 2 out of 3 better than Tony, what would be a good prize? I don't know. Just knowing I did a better job, I guess. All right, Dave, you'll do a double photo edit. Awesome. You wouldn't give them the time of day, Stephen? Don't worry about them. Your load's better. I know. I just want to have some fun with them, though. I like Tony and Chelsea. Um, I need to grow my mustache. How you doing, Raho? Did you send some images in today? Can you imagine how they'd react to one of my? They probably wouldn't even pick it, Elaine, because it'd be out of, blurry and out of focus and everything. They're gonna pick low-hanging fruit, I would imagine. But I'm gonna watch it probably after this stream. I'm just curious. Um, it'd be nice if I had like a second person here, like a cute girl with me, right? And we could have a little banter while we're watching. Um, or oh, I got it. I got it. Okay, this is it. I'm sorry for those of you waiting for me to start editing. I'm sorry. I got it. I'll do a Zoom conference type call on my live stream, right? So if you guys want to be in that live stream where we do a live reaction to their live stream of photo editing, let me know. Just go in my forum and let me know, or email me. You guys know my email, rob@robtrek.com. And then I can give you a link, because I can have up to 5 people on my stream um, at the same time. And then we can, like I could do it. Oh, I can't do it right now because I'm not using the streaming software that lets me do that real easy. But we'll do that. We'll do that next time. That'll be cool, right? Hey, Luke, y'all, you think that's an amazing idea? I should go to Iran and take a wife back with me. Rob with a goatee. I do have a picture of me with a full beard. It's fake, but I photoshopped a beard on my face once. Uh, oh, they only critique. They don't edit. I thought they edit a tiny bit. John says, I'll send them one and announce it was shot with a dead M43 camera. That's great. Yeah, me too. I'll send them. I only use my Olympus cameras generally for photos anyway. But we'll all send them Micro Four Thirds, and they'll be like, God, everybody shoots Micro Four Thirds. Can you imagine if like all my subscribers sent them a Micro Four Thirds image to edit or critique? And they'll be like, God, Micro Four Thirds is booming, right? Maybe they'll follow up. But anyhow, uh, don't think Tony and Chelsea are doing any photo editing. Seems to be just brief critique of each shot. I know people are asking if I should critique the shots too. So that's the other thing is if you want me to just critique only, just put in the file name critique, because you can see like right here, Randy, it says critique only. So that's going to be the first one, right? Uh, so I guess let me. I submit to image resource picture a day and been picked about 6 times in 4 years. Wow. I didn't know image resource has a thing like that. But yeah, we'll all send Micro Four Thirds, so we'll see what happens. I'll make a video announcing, or I'll put in my community forum, community tab says everybody send the Tony and Chelsea's thing, your Micro Four Thirds image. I'll send one, and then we'll get a stream, like a Zoom call type stream going, and watch it all together live. That would be that would be really fun. Um, oh, hey Jose, it's fun to watch me edit. Okay, so speaking of editing, let's go ahead and get started. You shoot the iPhone 6s. Awesome. When I went on a photo walk this past weekend, the lady she was using a bridge camera like a Nikon P1000 or something, and the battery went dead like after about 10 minutes because she forgot to charge it or something. So she just whipped out her iPhone and finished the photo walk with the photo club just using her iPhone, and she got great shots. She really did. Okay. All right, so quick critique. Okay. All right, so with the critiques, right, I'm not there at the scene, right? Knowing where you can move and what angles you can get. And that's usually the biggest challenge with critiquing photos is I wasn't there at the scene taking the picture to understand what challenges you might have had. Um, because there might only be two different ways to take a picture of a certain scene, and anything else, you fall off a cliff or go into the river. You know what I mean? Like you can't get that angle that I think would be best for that scene because it's just physically impossible. Um, but looking at the picture the way this is, let's just look at this full screen real quick. I think the editing is really good. Is this a JPEG or a RAW? This is a JPEG, so it's probably been edited already to some extent, but um, let me punch in. Amazing detail. And then the EXIF data. Let's see, EM1X with a 12 to 100. Yeah, that's why this is so sharp. F5.6, ISO 64. So that'll be my first critique is always shoot at base ISO. A scene like this, no reason to shoot at ISO 64. If you're at 1/25th of a second, there's no reason to do that. When you shoot at lower ISOs, technically, like when you shoot below the base ISO, like ISO 64, technically, uh, and I haven't tested for this, I'm just speaking theoretically, you can clip highlights and things, lose a little bit of dynamic range when you go outside of the base ISO. And in this case, I believe EM1X is 200 base ISO. So that's the only critique I have there. You dialed in a -3rd exposure comp, but like I said, the highlights are all there, so you're good. Pattern metering. Um, Compositionally, I feel like it feels a little bit off. Like I always like to have somewhere a straight line. It looks like you may have gotten this one sentence. See, this is where I have a problem. I always like to have almost like a straight line freak, okay? But for me, I would try to find one thing in this image that I could get perfectly straight. It's either this or it's going to be this line. So this line is not quite straight in the image. So I would probably um, definitely tilt this so that at least this baseline here is straight, just to give the eye something. Uh, that's very minor. The shadows here are crushed a little bit too. So from just a visual standpoint, if you're going to crush things to black, I would crush a lot more things to black here and create a more dramatic image. Just having like the beams here in black just visually is a little bit busy to me. Uh, I think that would be one thing I would do is crush more to black or bring up the shadows somehow. It's gonna be, I can't do it here because it's a JPEG. I would bring up some shadows and uh, and then the leading line here, this corner, nothing is centered. It's a little bit off center to this corner. So I would try and compose this so that, or crop it in a way that that corner is, something like that, right? Either that or the other top, but the other top, let me see if I come in this way. So this is just how I like to do corners. I like to have each corner, have something. So this corner at least has this one thing. And and then this being cut off on the end. I'm being harsh, I mean, it's a great picture. I'm just really nitpicking. But I think that's all I would do, really. And that would be compositionally to me just about right. I'd probably have, I don't know what's over to the right of this image, but have more on the right because it's a little bit too heavy on this side. So the picture feels a little bit heavy to me on the left. So this is a picture I would take if I were there, very similar to this, but it wouldn't be a keeper or something I share unless it was part of a series of other pictures around this area. Because by itself, there's just not a lot of interest here for me. Um, because the architecture of the beams and everything, there's just not enough, nothing interesting about that. It's pretty standard. The fact that it's a wooden bridge, though, is interesting. So I would definitely probably get a wider shot. What angle were you at? You were at you're already wide at 12 millimeters. So I think, yeah, I think I would move over to the left so I could capture more of the right side and try and balance the image, then square off the corners somehow, and then not have these blacks crushed down like this. I'd either crush everything underneath and get a very low-key image and go black and white, or I would bring a lot more of the shadow detail in so you could see all of the grain and texture um, in the wood and stuff. I'm spending like more time critiquing than I actually do when I edit things. I don't know. Just some thoughts. I mean, it's a nice picture, but it's visually just not that interesting to me, to be honest. Okay, so let me see the comments. I wasn't reading anything. This is part of the series. Yeah, part of a series. It makes a lot of sense, Randy. Definitely. I did see some of your snow pictures. They were pretty cool. Man, you got a lot of snow. You don't get that often in California, do you? Oh, great comments. Okay. Prop the left side. Yeah. Cannot have the run out on the left as is. Yeah, this running, this he's saying the left side. I'm not sure what you mean. Um, just needs less on the left to run off to nowhere. Yes. And if the bridge was on fire, it would be interesting, right? So I think that's all I can say. Watch your corners, balance it a little more so there's more stuff on the right because it's just too heavy on the left. And I think that's what Lauren is leading to. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Um, yeah, definitely. If you guys have some comments for Randy, definitely leave him some. I know, we're all friends here. We can always appreciate the constructive criticism, right? So don't hesitate to give constructive criticism within the group here. Um, because we know we don't mean anything bad by it. We're just being picky, I guess is the way to put it, which is okay. We want the pictures to be picky, or we want to be critical. You guys are critical of my edits sometimes. It's okay. It's fine. All right. Yeah, I need a timer for the critiques, right? Oh my God. Or, the critiques have to be like maybe 10 pictures total, and then I can spend 5 or 10 minutes on each one, so it'd be like an hour stream or so. But anyhow, let's set up the timer. Speaking of timers. All right, so we have a landscape, pseudo landscape, EM5 Mark III, 12 to 200. Wow, we don't see that lens too often. 87 millimeters, f11. Yeah, that's too high. F5.6 would have been fine. Good on the ISO 200 and used anti-shock, single frame. Yep, all good settings there. So I think this image, we'll do a full screen because I know Rick said seeing full screen is helpful. Um, okay, so right away, it's just basically the road. There's too much street. I'm going to go wide. too much dirt road. And then again, like I said, I like to watch my corners down here and down here. And then if I can, I try and get as many corners as I can. But it looks like I can almost get that corner. Pliers. And then balance. Let me see. This left side is not too bad. See how that looks. I think that looks pretty good. That's a little better. Not so, the road is not so heavy in the picture. It's sort of balanced with the mountains now. And then I got some lines this way, but mainly this bottom left corner, the bottom right corner is pretty much spot on. Maybe a little bit off the right. And man, this is such a clean shot. I can't believe this lens. Well, I guess when you punch in, you can see this lens has always been a little soft to me. All right, let's try, what do I got, a minute left? Try just a tiny bit of dehaze for the clouds and a little bit on the mountains. A little more. I don't want to dehaze it too much. Then some clarity for the speculars. Then we'll just give it a nice little S curve, some contrast. And he did dial in some highlight and shadow because it's already set in here. So these were in-camera settings. So that's excellent. Excellent settings. You already kind of built in your own S curve. He did a really good job taking this shot. I think gradation's fine. I'm just going to bump the exposure a tiny bit, a third of a stop, a little less. White balance is perfect. I wonder if I can, I'm going to try and tweak the colors a little bit too, just to give it a little different look. I'm going to try and make, let me see, these tones are right in the middle. Upper left. Make this road a little bit more red to contrast the green maybe. These greens, okay, the greens are a little bit lower luminance there. Tiny bit lower. So back to the red. All right, out of time. Okay, so yeah, I didn't have to do much. You did a really good job with taking this picture. All I had to do was adjust the composition slightly, right? Let me punch in so it'll render. But this is the only challenge I have with this lens. It's a little bit soft, right? When you take a picture. Um, and you shot it at f11, so that made it even a little bit softer with diffraction. But I didn't do much, really, just a slight crop, but definitely the road is just too overwhelming in this on the left side. So cutting it off is really all this image needed. Um, yeah, emphasize the sky a little more, but it's so far back in the background. I think it's okay. It gives that a little bit of depth. Would have been really nice is to have like a little guy on a bicycle or a motorcycle or something really cool in the road to kind of add to the scene. You know, the road signs help a little bit, but just something right here would have been kind of cool, or right here. All right, let's go to the next one. But really, really excellent job photographing that, Ant. Oh, we have an engine here from Jack. Sent me a JPEG. And let's see, EM10 Mark II with a kit lens at f10, 1/15th, ISO 1600. Yeah, so again, the setting wise, really, when you're this close, you could have probably easily been f4 on a shot like this, maybe f5.6. Then you could have lowered your ISO and bumped your shutter speed a little bit. So you're not getting the best image quality that you can for a scene like this. And you're at 34 millimeters. So you would have had to been at like at f5.6. F5.6 would have been perfect because this kit lens, you're close to f5 anyway at 34 millimeters. So stop it down just a little bit further to f5.6, and I think this would have been maybe a little crisper. So let's do that. Oops. Just add some sharpness this way. And let's do dramatic tone. And then pull more saturation. Then I'm going to tilt it because you know me, I like a straight line in the image. So meaning I'm going to find something I can get straight. So maybe this is a little hard to get straight because it's let me try because it's at an angle. Meaning you didn't take the picture the the plane of the engine is not, you know, parallel to the plane of the sensor. So it's okay if this is still a little bit crooked, but maybe just about 3 degrees. Yeah, that looks because if I make it completely straight, then I have to add some, you know, keystoning error or correction. And let's play with the, whoops, that's the red channel. Maybe I can mess with the red channel, a little more red in here. These are all in the upper ends. Push it a little bit there. These are, they're really bright too. Here and pull it back. A little bit blue. I think that looks good. And a little more crop. Go to 4:3 and come. I like these wires right here. They just kind of lead your eye all the way around the picture. Okay. Uh, I don't like this one corner. All right, on a regular scale, add even more contrast than the dramatic tone filter did. I'm gonna crank up the sharpening some more. Needs, yeah, try really strong sharpening. That's too much. One higher threshold. All right, I'm done. I think. I think that's it. All right, where's my before and after? So yeah, basically I just wanted to really punch up the tones and the colors. And just a slight crop. I mean, the original crop is not bad actually. Uh, honestly, we didn't even need to crop it because I like everything we can see. I wish it was a little wider shot, then I could crop in a different way. But I think, yeah, now it doesn't feel quite too soft, right? It feels nice and crispy. Like especially right here, this little air intake, this looks a lot better, right? When I punch in. That's what I really wanted to see is all of these fine details, like on the screws, just make everything really, really crispy. I mean, it's an artificial sharpness, but I think it works for this image. All right, let's try the next one. That was a cool shot, Jack. This one here. Yeah, I like your crop better. A little bit wider. I would have liked to have been wider, but anyhow. Uh, let's see, we have the NX5. What is that? Is that a Samsung? I don't know what that is. Anyway. Um, and this is a JPEG from Jarrett, so we're gonna have to fix some noise, maybe. I don't think I can with a JPEG. Let me just double check. Yeah, I don't have any noise filters. So work with the tones. It's a little bit dark. Let's pull this up. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can save the sky at all. I'm gonna pull the exposure down. Now the sky looks good. Maybe some haze. Okay. And then let's push the shadows right there. Oh, backing that up. Oh. Wait, I was fine. Let me back this off. Back this off some. Do some gradation. Pull off some saturation. Really, it's really the greens. And let's crank up the purples, blues. On. It's hardly making any difference at all. Sorry, I'm concentrating. No, too much. Oh, the crop is not bad. It's just, I guess we're okay on the crop. I don't know if centering this eye up here. Oh, I'm out of time. God, sorry. I really struggled. The biggest challenge with this image are the colors. But all I did was just I think if I had the raw image, I could have worked with these sky colors a little better. But I just, with a JPEG, everything gets blown out or it starts banding when I mess with the colors. Not a great edit. Even the crop is not really any better. And now that I look at this, I can see some golden hour lighting right along here, which would have been nice to work with. Dang. Sorry about that, Jared. I just couldn't pull that one off. Uh, it just, all it really needed in the end was just a slight push here in the center, and we're done. That's, that's like a 5-second edit, right? Sorry, Jared. Okay. So Demorkin, let's see. We have a beautiful fall, good detail. So this will be relatively easy for me. Let's look at the EXIF real quick. EM10 Mark II with a 40 to 150, f4. Yep, all solid settings. This is easy. This one for me anyway. Just a soft focus, a white vignette, and then just a tiny bit of let's see, let's do sharpening and the slight pull here. And let's see if we can cool this off a little bit in the water. So yeah, everything is kind of the same tone, but cool this off. And maybe just cool it off on the white balance overall. Might tilt this way. Off this vignette tiny bit. If we go this way, ah, just a forget the vignette. All right, I'm done. Maybe a hair more on the effect. Back off here. Let's go to a slight more pull here and a push here. Oops. Need the hazel get. All right, I'm gonna call it right there. So yeah, just basically softened the scene up, made it a little more surreal because the water's so choppy down here. That's what was really bothering me more than the leaves. The leaves are already pretty soft, but the water was so choppy here. Um, I just wanted to soften it up a little bit. I kind of like the white vignette I had earlier, but honestly, I could take it or leave it on this image because the colors are so good. And And that's it, really. I think that's a good crop. Maybe just slightly tighter, just to get rid of that sky. You know, that's it. All right. It looks fuzzy now, Lauren. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I overdid it on this. Let me pull that off. Just a tiny bit there. That's a little better. Okay. Let's go to the next one. All right, one here by Lauren. Man, you guys are all sending me JPEGs today. So it's black and white. Looks like a photographer with a monopod, a photographer with a neck strap, Gilligan's Island hat. And we have, what did you use on this one? Nikon D3500, 50 millimeter f8, 1/1000th. Okay, looks good. Already pulled in the sky. We just have basically a silhouette of these guys in this bridge. Um, you know, just some clipped highlights, but that's gonna happen if it's sunny out. These dudes are out of focus. It would have been nice if this was in focus and then all of this was out of focus. I think that's, and we're already 3 by 2. Let's see. I just want to minimize. I want to minimize these dudes. My problem with this image is it's too heavy down here on the bottom. So I just got to find a crop, maybe 4 by 5. Something to kind of balance it a little bit, and that's it. Uh, Maybe just add a slight split tone. Let's do blues. So we'll do blues here on the water, which is about here. And just pull the highlights. No, let's pull the shadow. Yeah. My silhouette just a tiny bit more. That's even ready. It's already pretty good. Sure, I like this, what I did here. Go a little bit sepia, maybe. Yes, I get it, that I'm losing sort of the photography side of this story. Um, when I look at it this way, I mean, I guess this works too. It's a little more balanced, but it still feels very heavy on the bottom, to me. I think I think this is still better. Um, and then, split tone to taste, but I think that's what I'm going to go with. Let's do a before and after. And yeah, I like my crop better because it just feels very heavy on the bottom to me. And I get it. We're losing the fact that, these guys are photographers. You can still kind of see it, but everything's silhouetted anyway. Uh, I think that works. And like I said, split tone to taste. It looks a little sepia green to me, but all right. Let's see, this is from Gilbert Flores, a JPEG. I would say we're done, actually. This has been processed quite a bit already. You can see all the sharpening artifacts here. Let's see what we used. EM1X 12 to 40 Pro, f2.8 1/60th. Oh, sorry, hold on. My mom. Hello? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh God. All right. Is there anything else? They they've been doing that for years. They can spoof other people's numbers and try to scam people. Yeah, so anyway, I'm in the middle of something. I gotta go. All right. Okay, bye. Ugh. Somebody spoofed one of my mom's friends with her cell phone number and trying to scam money from one of her friends using my mom's phone number. Anyway, she wasn't upset about it. She was just trying to tell me how did they do that? And I'm like, they've been doing it for years. Okay, I gotta go. Anyway, yeah, this phone spoofer should be drawn and quartered. Okay, and compositionally, let's see what is in this picture. We have, oh, this is a ride that that goes in this tunnel. I see what's going on. All right, let me see. And there's a so you're it's a little tight here on the left. I never like these little tiny gaps like this personally, so I'm just going to crop that and go tighter. Um, and I'm going to try and get this corner. I don't have to do much processing really. It's just about the crop on this. And I would use this corner as a leading line into this. And then all of this. I mean, this is all kind of neat, but it's just, I think this is, that's a little tight. Maybe try 4x5. I don't want to lose too much. That's probably too square. Do 4x3. We do, yeah, that corner works. Get rid of that left side. I think that's all I would do here. And then editing, there's not much to do. It's already been processed pretty well. Uh, so to me, I I think I would have focused on this. This is where the most interesting part is I wish the people were on this side of it instead of inside the tunnel already. And then all of this is not necessary. It's just repeating what we already see right here. And I need to crop in a little more to get that edge off, but I think that looks pretty good. All right. Uh, what is this? This is a, ah, this is cool. I like this. Who sent this? Colin? This is cool, Colin. EM5 Mark III with a 14 to 42, f3.5 1/60th, ISO 4000. Yep, dark. We didn't have much choice but to go to ISO 4000, but uh, I like the center here where you can see the reflection. So that's where I'm going to go. Oh, my battery's gone. Let me change my battery real quick. Okay. Oh, this might be too tight. I'm losing everything. 2, 3. Okay. Uh, on some sharpness. Need an art. I don't know. I bet soft focus might look kind of cool. Yeah. Then we'll just throw in some basic S curve. Nice and bright. Tiny bit. No, it's indoors, so it's okay to have a little bit of a tungsten kind of warm look. Oh, yeah, my audio. Forgot to put my mic back on. Thanks, Luke. Okay, I think that's it. Maybe add some white vignette. All right, simple edit. Uh, so I really wanted to capture, like, you can see the camera and the hands right inside the reflection. So I just tried to minimize all this stuff on the left and the top and bottom and just have this reflection in focus best I can. And then soften it up and add some warmth. So now it's, I think that looks good. Okay. Um, let's see what we got here. This is HKM, dude in a lift. Some weird sky trails up here, a little bridge. I'm gonna get rid of this over here. So, yep, I think we're good. EM1 Mark II, 12 to 40 Pro, 40 millimeter f 5.6. Yep, all looking good there. And go to square crop. I need to say keep the depth in this image though. Actually, I think that works. Maybe a slight. And sharpening, turn off the noise filter. Pull in an S curve. So need some gradation for the bottom. And pull this in a little more. Do a negative space with the sky. I don't think there's enough sky to do that really. I'd have to go wider like this. Come in. Try 16 by 9. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that better. Good suggestion there. A time. Let me crop it even bigger. Center it. Tilt it. Yep, perfect. What if I pop art it? Nah, I'll just increase the saturation a bit. I like this yellow against the blue and white. Okay, I'm done. All right. Yeah, I like the I like just the negative space in the sky. Um, I was thinking I could add some depth or scale by keeping the mountains in there, but it wasn't quite working. And then when Atem said, do negative space with the sky, it clicked, and I said, yep, that's the image. That's the shot for me. And then straighten it out. We're good. Maybe leaving it crooked would add a little more visual interest if I left it crooked, but you know me, I like straight lines. Okay. Uh, where's my mouse? Let's go to the next one. Whoops. We have one here from Luke Rod. Oh, I think I saw Luke here earlier, like a minute ago. Wow, we have a awesome shot here. I love the color. This strong red and then really smooth bokeh. Without getting this double image, there's a reflection or something here. I'm not sure what's causing that, but um, let me see, what do we use here? EM1 Mark II with a 30 macro. Yep, that looks about right. F4, 1/100th, or 1/40th at ISO 100. So yeah, you should have shot this at ISO 200, but other than that, get a little faster shutter speed. Other than that, I think the settings are fine. I just need to straighten it if I can without losing. I feel like this record should be flat. Looks good. And compositionally, we go a little tighter to get a little more detail in on the phono cartridge here. Uh, tight. Yeah, 3x2, and then I can crop in. I need to be a little bit more. All right, let's work with the tones a little bit. Maybe stay with that low-key look. This really needs a little bit more, like, this off. I mean, the blue, I don't know if I shift it this way. Like a slight shift this way. We tilt it again. Original was here. It this way a little. Add some sharpening. Turn off the noise filter. Be a little more sharp. Really want to bring out the textures in here. All right, radius of 2. All right. See what everybody's saying here. Great. There goes the arm across the record. I scratched it. You're funny. Okay, so this is the final. Let's do a before and after. So I just wanted to shift the blues over to get a little more complementary color, even though that may not be what was in the scene. And then a tighter crop. I'm not crazy about it. You can see the platter here, a little bit too much. And that's it. But this is cool bokeh, the way this rendered. It's really interesting. And then just make it a little crispier, you know, on the arm and stuff. Try to get a little more detail. Green and orange next time. Okay. Well, I guess you're using LED lights or something, huh, Luke, to kind of uh, illuminate the. I can see, you know, I'm thinking like in a disco, you get lights flashing everywhere. Anyway, but I went with green and red because they're, you know, complementary colors, right? All right, let's see what we got here. Wow, what are these signs? Bogtastic in a mountain range. So the story is all in here, kind of. It's cut off. Uh, Maybe from John Follows and EM10 Mark III with a 12 to 45 Pro, 12 millimeter f11. Yeah, I still feel like f5.6 or f8 would have got you there. Because this stuff in the background at f11 is going to be kind of diffracted and kind of soft anyway, so you might as well get like the front nice and sharp. So I would have shot this at f5.6. That's the only other change I would have made. Everything else looks good. Then, seriously, sorry, my phone was ringing. Uh, Dang, I'm a little bit challenged here with this composition. Too tight on the left side. Because you know me, I don't like these weird gaps on the left unless there's a lot of room. It's just when it's like this, it's too tight. So I need to, let me just see. Too much sky. I don't like this gap. A little bit of grass. So that looks like about a 4x5 to me. 4x3 maybe. This pick is kind of point and shoot. A little bit. A little bit. I'm just thinking, like, I can't get any corners to line up. We have angle this angle, and I'm going to spend the whole 4 minutes just trying to get a crop. A little bit here. A little bit of a tilt. I'll go with that. Add some sharpening, turn off this filter. And go with Vivid. Yeah, it looked a little muted, hence it was. Doesn't need much else. Maybe a slight push here. Yeah. I'm just not seeing the crop. What does Lauren say? Take just a half above the signage and use the total width. Trust me, Rob, this just the upper and the total. Yeah, maybe. All right, I got 30 seconds. I can do that. Let's do a 16 by 7. I'm up. Any point to save the sidewalk? Kind of. Oh, I'm out of time. Man, sorry, John. I couldn't pull anything out of this. I like the crop I had before a little better, meaning over this side. And so there's the before and after. I mean, at least I kind of got this corner to lead into the scene a little bit, but that is it. And then all these signs, I wouldn't have taken them at this angle. I mean, I wasn't there again, so I wouldn't know, but I wouldn't have taken it at this angle. Okay, sorry, John. Man, I'm like dying today. Like half the edits are just bleh. All right. Let's see. We have one here from Dave using EM1 Mark II, 12 to 40 Pro, 19 F4. Yep, all looks good. No issues here. It's just a little dark. So should have dialed in like a little exposure comp, maybe a little positive exposure comp, but push it here. Is it actually snowing? Oh, yeah, actually snowing. So a slight tilt. And you sent me a JPEG, so this is slightly edited already. Four by three. sure. See this leading, because this picnic table, really the subject, I think, and I'm trying to get some way to lead your eye into it, because the trees aren't really framing it too well. Uh, okay, let me reset this. Let me just add some exposure comp. Then we'll work the tone curve. If I can bring the snow out. Sometimes clarity can bring the snow out, but the image is really soft. And let's warm it up. Lauren says the bottom is too much dead space. All right, let me see. And Steven says bigger crop. I mean, a vertical maybe. I'm gonna go bigger. Come in tighter this way. See. Oh, I like that. That works. I can incorporate this tree a little more. Now the tree is framing. I can get this bottom right, this line in, and I tilted it slightly. All right, that works. And see if I can use the clarity to bring the snow in a little better. Let's try to get this snow right here to show better. Some dehaze. And really don't need color actually, right? Let's do that. I do a green filter, that should darken everything. Now I can work on the dehaze. Okay. I mean, I hate to do this after I did all that sharpening. Yeah, that looks like crap. So we just not do so much down here. A little bit of a pull. Trying a little bit of it. All right, let's call it right there. So yeah, now at least the trail, I think, leads your eye into the picnic table. The tree is framing the picnic table. And then, clarity and dehaze so you can actually see how much it was snowing. Be cool if somebody was sitting there, right? But, you know, I don't like this empty space here and too much empty space here. And this is too much, it's just too much. So I just tried to narrow it down to what's in the scene. We have trees, we have snow, we have a picnic table and a path. That's all we need to get in this shot. No more, no more, no less, right? All right, I think that looks good. Um, see, Dave Nelson. Oh, this is he sent in two. Okay. I like the tree line here. Same camera, right? What was it? The EM1 Mark II, 12 to 40. This time you did dial in some exposure comp. So yeah, let's just pull this to black and white. Push the exposure. Well, let's do it with a tone curve. Pull in this and pull in some haze, some clarity. A little bit more. Oh, what was your aperture here? Why am I seeing a spot? F16. Oh, I'm seeing sensor spots here. Or lens spots. I don't know, but either way, maybe there are water drops on your lens, but I'm seeing that. Okay. If I pull a sharpness, set a soft focus. No spots. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, okay, let me push this a little bit right there. Will work. A little bit less off the top. Really want to see the snow spots. Center and balance these two sides. And I think that's it. The optional art drops. um, okay, so yeah, I just went to black and white, added some contrast and cropped in a little tighter. It was just a little bit too much space up here. Actually, a little bit too much space on too busy on the bottom. Pick the by 9. There. I think that'll do. So just a little bit tighter crop, but other than that, it's fine. And then going black and white with some contrast. I keep looking back and forth at the two. I'm like, could I have done better? I mean, I almost like the original as is more than my monochrome. I mean, the only other thing, yeah, blue feels colder, right? The only other thing is just, yeah, just tint it a little bit blue. Maybe pull a little bit right here. There. All right, now I'm done. Just a slight tint blue worked. Because it looked a little bit bland just in monochrome, but it looks better with just a tint of blue. Little split tone. Yeah, Randy called it. See, he put split toning in the comments. That's almost exactly how you did it. That's cool. That's cool. All right, let's go to the next one. This is from Guilford. Oh, this is the second one from Guilford. Okay. Try and send one in, guys, at a time. I mean, I'll do it, but yeah, just try and send one in. This one here has already been edited a lot too. With these kind of shots, let me see. EM1 with a 25 millimeter at f1.8 1/60th ISO. Yep, pretty much that's all you can do. These merry-go-rounds, it's best to try to focus on one thing. Because you're trying to get everything in, but everything is cut off, right? So I would crop right. I mean, I like where the poles are going in. Be right there. Just come in off the back. Let's see how that looks. Sharpening. A little bit brightness. Oh, there's a person sitting here. Crap. And feet. I don't like it. What's going on over here? No, not a good angle. I forgot the timer, but I'm trying to be fast on this because the editing's pretty much done. It's just finding a composition. Ah, this is a bad angle. I like this side, but there's people in it, which normally is okay, but we're just getting like they're cut off too. Um, this is my challenge. Light as a feather. Yeah, you're funny. I know what those auto winders are for the old OM cameras. They're heavy. Put some batteries in it and you'll see. Takes like 4 AA batteries, doesn't it? Uh, yeah, I like that actually. Okay, I'm gonna end it here because I can't. I mean, I like this because there's a lot of patterns here. So let me just talk about this shot. Um, yeah, there is the problem with the shot is that all of the tops cut off. All of the horses are cut off in one shape or another. So we don't have a full, shot of anything. And and it's kind of a side angle, so they're not coming towards you. They're not really going away from you. That's kind of why I went to the right side because the horses are going away, but they're cut off and there's people there. This is a tough shot, really, honestly, for me to edit the way it is. So with the one on the right, what we have is a bunch of geometry, right? Lots of lines and angles and crazy lighting. And the only anchor really is just this one thing. So I like this. I like this spiral kind of going around here, and then all these crooked lines driving me nuts. But yeah, all of these all of these lines vertically. That's that's all I could think of, you know. Oh, I'm in the shot, but you see this spiral kind of look going over here. So for shots like this, yeah, it's hard to find a composition, but try and focus on something, you know. But this has no focus the way it is. Uh, but okay, so that's just a minor critique. And yeah, another one from Gilbert. Uh, very heavily processed. Let's see, same camera. Yeah, EM1 12 to 60 lens, 32 millimeters, f 3.6. Yep, pretty much good settings for a scene like this. Um, Yeah, with I'll just do a quick critique, but this person's move, there's some, oh, that's actually somebody, this is a parade. See, I would have cropped this and tried to get the front of this thing that they're riding on so that they're coming into the scene. See if I can get some angle. Ah, there's a dude here. I would do that. Bring it up a little bit on the brightness and warm it up a tiny bit. But yeah, it's a portrait of you, John. So yeah, just I'm just cropping tighter on this and editing. There's not much I can do. Editing's pretty much done. Uh, but you know, on the right side, there's just this very thin amount of space here, which I never like that. So I always crop in and get rid of any dead space that's this thin, and then cropping in rule of thirds on the right. And then a little bit of saturation wouldn't hurt this image. Uh, Saturation. That's it. Okay. I mean, these are really fun shots. Looks like you probably had a great time, but it just, yeah, the compositions have been a little bit rough for me to find a shot. Oh, this is a viewer edit. Uh, Move this to the right place. Go in there. Okay, where are we here? Okay, we have one here. This was a picture I took before Rob taught me that I should not go past f5 on aperture. Okay, why? What are you doing? F10. Yeah, f5.6. Maybe f8, but f5.6 is usually good enough. 1/2000, or I'm sorry, ISO 2000. Yeah, so you could have used a much lower ISO and maybe a faster shutter speed with the 0.7x EF40. God, that's interesting. I had never seen this kind of EXIF data before, but okay. This from Phil. I think darker on it. No color. Okay. I'll stay color, but I need to work with the, yeah, let's try a little more color, then we'll add some haze, clarity. I'm gonna go, I'm just feeling kind of low key on this. Get the right curve on this. It'll be pretty nice, I think. Oh yeah, that's right, John. I forgot all about that. You put that suggestion in a couple months back. I remember. Okay, that gave me a little bit more detail in the shadows. Off this noise filter. I don't know if it's worth saving this sun. Go there. All right, let's work with the reds. Reds are right in here, so that greens. Much green. Just oh, this is more blue. Yeah, that's helping with the leaves. Blues. Green. Let me go back to blue. And oh, 4 by 5. There's some sun in here too. Totally surreal. Maybe the vignette will kill some of that light. Oh, I'm out of time. All right. Oh, all right. So essentially a tighter crop. I could probably go a little bit tighter. It's too heavy on the right side. Just uh, let that render. So yeah, I added some reds to the leaves, soft focus, and cropped out this blown out highlight here on the left. And then, watching my line here, I really try to get this corner of the road to go up this tree line. Kind of works. Not a great edit. Neat picture though, but yeah, not a great edit. Okay, let's whoops. My head was in the shot the whole time. But that's what my edit looks like without my head in it. All right. Oh, thanks, Lauren. You actually like that one? Who is this from? This was from Phil. Good. Uh, wow, Jose, this is beautiful. Another JPEG, kind of already processed. There's noise reduction, tiny bit of sharpening. So, see your exif. No exif. So I think, yeah, this has been processed. It just needs a little straightening. Maybe not. That's the way this line is. This will be pretty fast too, I think. Let me just get some gradation in. Oh, bringing up a lot of fringing. It's because there's some noise in the image. It's been processed a little bit. The purples, I need to get rid of those. Try hue. I can shift the purples more blue now. Oh, that's not saturation. Here. Trying to get rid of these purples. Maybe there is some too much blue in there. And channel. Key. Low key it slightly there. Compositionally, guys are looking into the thing, the sky, dead center on the horizon. Let's stick with that for now. Much sky. My problem is there's this crash or what is that on the sidewalk? I don't know what this is, but this is really distracting. I think I'll go with this. Because it's a JPEG, I can't really edit much more. But got rid of the purple, cranked up the oranges, and feel like could have probably, well, it's a JPEG. There's not much wiggle room here. I was thinking I could have warmed up the image with white balance, then and then backed off. Wouldn't have had to add any saturation on the yellows. Because the whole sidewalk, let me try. I warm this up first, then I can back off some of this saturation I did here. Push in some. All right. Final answer. It's a JPEG, so I just I can't really fix the white balance or the color blotchiness and all of that. So compositionally, um, it's just about balancing the image a little bit, right? It's just too much sidewalk here in the front, and then there's this distracting thing here. I don't know what that is. A dead tree or something. Um, I had the composition right before with this corner. That's too much sky. Something like that. I want this corner to be right. Oh, it's a cell phone, Jose? Okay, that makes sense. All right, since it's a cell phone, I'll cut you a little more slack. But yeah, compositionally, that's what I would do. The cell phone did a lot of processing and it just jacked it up pretty bad. All right, that's the end of that. Let's a piece of tree, right? Yeah, I see that. Okay, so let's go to Lightroom, synchronize this folder. I think I got everything. Did all of these. Oh, there's one here. How come I can't add a, oh, here it is. Oh, that's weird. I lost all my, I did that. They're all viewer edits. I did that one, that one. All right, so we're just one more to edit, and we'll get to the viewer edits. Yep, I did them. This one. That's cool. These are like video games. Sent this in. This was from Dawid. This is cool, Dawid. All right. I just don't like this angle. I'll click auto here. Let's do auto here. Probably could be a little warmer. And then let's see if the auto correction here straightens it out somewhat. Not bad. This monitor's crooked, but get rid of this space on the right. If we can even out this corner. A little softness on the corner. Let's do some sharpening. Mask out most of that. Any bit. Any bit of color noise. I didn't look at the EXIF. Hold on. 168 at 5.6 ISO 100 Canon EOS on 100. Okay. Not bad. Um, Compositionally. Oh, I can't see your comments. I look to the comments sometimes to get some tips. uh, okay. I got 2 minutes. I need to figure out a composition. What is, oh, I like that. I'm gonna stay with the color. Oh, right. For 1 minute, I need to fix this. I need to fix this composition. Awful. Nope. Man, this is just bad. I'm gonna call it right there. I just can't find a crop that works. Add some shadow. That. Oh, Dawood, I'm sorry. This is a really cool shot with all these little vending, or not vending machines, but whatever they are, some kind of gaming machines. Um, but the angle that you took it at, I just cannot, I can't get I just can't find a way to crop it other than crop out this right side. Um, and then, fix all the keystoning errors. Lightroom did a good job by itself with the auto button, but um, yeah, and then your normal color, shadow, all that stuff. Cool shot, but man, that was tough. Man, you guys sent me much harder images today than usual. I mean, everybody sent in JPEGs practically, and then everything was impossible to crop. There was nothing to crop into. I was really dying today. I don't think any of my edits were any good. Looking at all of these, maybe the engine, but even then, it was really tight. I just, I did like the record player. Okay, I'll say that was my favorite image today. But wow, I couldn't get anything. All right, so let's look at the viewer edits. Where's the original? Yeah. All right, there's the original image. Very flat, cloudy day, not much detail. Compositionally, though, I left a lot of room to crop and do things, right? Um, because normally I take pictures, I'm already cropped into what I think is the best composition, but this image, I didn't do a good job in camera in terms of composition. So I thought this would be a good one to give to you guys to send out to the crop and everything. So, then Rennie says, is there a lot? Yeah, you like the record player too, Jack? Yeah, that was cool. Oh, thanks, Atim. A-time, I appreciate it. And your JPEG was named Critique, not Edit. I'm sorry, DeMorcan. I missed it. I'm not used to critiquing yet. I'll pay attention next time. Okay, so the first one here, what did we do? We did some sort of like miniaturization kind of look. I forget what it's called. I think I like what it did to the fence, this effect. The fence looks almost miniaturized, but I don't like how the barn got blurred out at the top. But the processing compared to the original, right? This thing, the processing is excellent, I think. I really like the what you did with the colors and stuff. Yeah, diorama. Thank you, Elaine. It's the diorama filter. So I like the processing. Where's let's see who did this one. This was from Phil. Okay, Phil. Good job. I think the diorama effect is not working great on the barn, but it's working well on the fence. I would have cropped in maybe a little tighter or something, but the color processing is excellent. I really like it. And this, oops. I try not to see the person's name first. I don't want to sound biased, but this is Raho. I saw it already. Um, wow, great, great sepia. Awesome. And I like the framing. This is really nice. Good job. Good job, Rahu. Just to see, it was sepia lovers, Raho. Good job. Really good. I like that. Let me close off this side. You can see a bigger. Yeah, that's excellent. I like this. And then this one, yeah, good processing again. A little bit yellow on the grass. A little desaturation on the yellow, and I think this would be perfect. Look at the sky. You pulled out a lot of blue in the sky. That's amazing. This is nice. Who did this one? Joni. Good job, Joni. And good detail on the front. You can see all of the cinder block here. Not bad. Really good. Really good processing. I would just desaturate the yellow a tiny bit, but other than that, I think it's really good. Oh, hey, Jonas, you're here. All right, awesome. Yeah, and this was what I was kind of expecting from a lot of people was a nice tight crop onto the front of the barn. Because that's what I was thinking of doing. I didn't end up going that way myself. I'll show you my edit. But, I wanted to be able to see all the detail in the cinder block and stuff. And then the rest of the scene was just kind of, just wasn't composed too well. I felt like if you look at the original, where is it here? This whole scene just was not composed well. So I thought, just going in on the barn would be best. But who did this one? Whoever did this was my first crop when I was working on this, but I didn't end up going that way. Oops. Oh, Matt. Okay, Matt. Yep, you and I are thinking alike here. Okay. And oh, Randy says it was composed well. I didn't think so. This is an excellent crop. I like this crop. And the processing is really nice. I really like the very muted color look on this. And 16 by 9, that's the way I ended up going with 16 by 9 on my edit. I don't think I cropped it quite like this, but close. Who did this one? Raho. Excellent, Raho. So you've sent me more than one edit. That's cool. I like this one. I like the sepia you did, and I like this one too. Yeah, not Walter. I would have spotted this if this was Walter, but the sharpening, Walter's really amazing with Capture One and doing the sharpening and stuff. So I didn't see that kind of sharpening done here. Hmm, this looks familiar. I think this is my edit. Let me see. Yeah, this is my edit. We just ran across. Um, Man, after looking at you guys' edit, I don't like this at all anymore. It's too dark, too dark, and eh. But the crop, I cropped in basically 16 by 9. But this was my edit, and I did some split toning and a tiny bit of straightening as usual. It's okay. Not a huge fan of this edit anymore. I really liked what Raho did here. I like this edit much better, honestly, than mine. Um, but okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, this is like another very soft focus, dioramish looking. And the grass is completely green now. So this looks almost like springtime if it wasn't for all the bare trees in the background, right? So it's just a little bit too green for me on the building and stuff. But it's good otherwise. I think if you could have pulled the green off of this barn, this would have been all right. And you pulled out some of the blues in the sky. Let's see who did this one. Stephen Page. Okay. Good job. I like the grass, but it bled into the barn itself. Now the barn looks kind of moldy. And the crop is not bad. Front and center on the barn, that works. Oh, excuse me. Okay, Lauren, we'll see you later. I know I'm like almost 2 hours into this. Wow, very gritty, very green. See, somehow, how's the barn turning green? That's the only thing that bothers me about this edit. Other than that, I really like the green grass. This has a very strong, whatchamacallit, uh, it's almost like dramatic tone, right? Who did this one? And the crop is good. I mean, it's almost like the original, right? Image writer. Okay, image writer. Good job. Very gritty. Ooh, look at this. Wow. This is almost like an HDR shot, but more surreal, right? Um, wow. That's crazy. The clouds and everything. It's just wow, this is wow. Randy doesn't like it, but Steven likes it. I'm kind of on the fence. No pun intended. I'm a little bit on the fence on this one. I like it because it's very striking, but then it's just so surreal to the point that I don't know. But yeah, all right, who did this one? Image writer again. Wow. What was your last one? Yeah, this one. Oh, okay. I like this better than this one. This one is yeah, green and blue don't work for me, but this works. I like this. All right. Let's see. Nice. Yeah, another crop front and center. Nice and tight crop so you can see the details. The processing's good. Could be better though. Excuse me. It needs a little more punch or softness, one way or the other. It's still a little bit too flat for my taste here. Let's see. John follows. Okay. I mean, I think the sharpening is really good. He did a little bit of sharpening and brought out some of the textures in the roofing. But all the other colors, it's like either go a little bit less saturation or a little more. This is just a little bit too, it's like just right. I don't know how to explain it. It could be a little less or a little more, but right here it's not quite right for. But I like the crop though. Nice, nice, nice tight crop. Oh my God. This is terrible. What happened? Look at that. All blotchy and green. I mean, I guess you're trying to get rid of the winter look and make it look like spring. I don't know. I don't know who did this. John. Oh my God, John. I don't get it. Maybe if I go full screen. Well, full screen it actually looks okay. Somehow when it's framed in, it didn't look too good. Okay. This is my least favorite one though. Oh my God. Where's the barn? This is an awesome job of like editing, getting rid of the barn entirely. It almost feels like a Doctor Who episode where just something oh, oh, excuse me, suddenly something's not there. Oh my God, who did this? Jack. All right, Jack or Jacob. Good job. Good job brushing that barn out. But that is hilarious, right, Elaine? Oh, I like this one. Nice, nice 16 by 9 or 16 by 7 crop looks like. And good job on the processing. A little bit brighter, maybe. Saturation is kind of maybe a little more, a little less. This is kind of like John's previous saturation. I feel like it's just not quite right. It needs to be a little more, a little less. But I like the crop. The crop is really nice. Okay, Jack, good job. I like the crop. Processing just a little brighter and a little more or less color. Oh, this is nice. Good sepia. Good sepia processing. Eliminates the whole problem with dealing with the grass color, right? And the color in the background. All these dead trees really didn't contrast too well with the grass, right? So going, monotone makes sense. Like this sepia. John follows. Good job, John. I like this. This is my favorite one of the three you sent in. I like this. All right. And this is really good too. This almost feels like John again. It's like a little bit more muted and nice tight crop. Let me see. Oh, Colin. Wow, you and John. Look at this. John's crop, Colin's crop. It's almost identical. Basically it's a front and center crop, right? So the barn is the whole subject. But I like the processing here. It's really good. Pull the blues in the skies. Just a tad brighter. I would like it more. Maybe a little warmer. I don't know. But this is good. Really good processing. And this was, yeah, Colin. Yeah, good job, Colin. Not bad. Nice, nice, clean edit. We know this is Marcel, right? Man, you have a really, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You have a really good eye for spreading the light and light painting around all this stuff. This image needs to be a little bit tinted blue to give it kind of that moonlight kind of effect. But this is really amazing. This is from Marcel. Yeah, definitely. I knew this was Marcel. I don't know how you get, I mean, it's very convincing the way you move the light in this photo. And yeah, Marcel again. God, I don't know how you're doing it. You must be a painter or something. Like regular oil paintings or something, because that's the only way I can see somebody being able to paint in Photoshop like this or whatever in editing, be able to paint light in. Because I don't know, I don't have an eye for this kind of light. This is yeah, Marcel, right? Yeah, amazing. Amazing how you can paint this light in. And God, this looks like my edit almost. Almost exactly what I did. But I think you just went all sepia. You didn't split tone it. Is this mine? This almost looks like my edit. Oh, Randy. Dang, Randy. This is so close to mine except for the split toning part. You went more sepia than I did. But the crop is almost identical. That's scary. Where's Here's mine. Let's compare Randy's and mine. Look at Randy's on the left and mine on the right. They're almost identical except he went more sepia. That's just something. Yeah, oh, Marcel is here. Do you paint by any chance? Because really, you just have an eye for it that I think a painter would have. Um, oh, this is nice. I like this. This has a kind of a painty feeling to it too. Um, Maybe I just need to render it a little bit. There we go. Yeah, but I like this. I like this a lot. What is this? This is Garrett. Yeah, awesome, Garrett. Much better edit of this than I did of your photo, that's for sure. The edit I did of your photo was not very good, if I remember correctly. Um, yeah, this is excellent. And wow, I like this too. Very, very muted colors with just a little bit of red. Some red and greens. Wow, this is really nice. And I like the grain and everything. Nice, nice, nice. Good job, Serge. I should have guessed this was you. Oh, I bet this is DeMorgan. Because DeMorgan's been doing this kind of processing lately. This is really cool. Got that kind of pencil art kind of look to it, right? But it brings out really a lot of the texture in the cinder blocks and the bar on the barn and the roof. And look at the sky, the way it's all swirly. It's really crazy. I bet that I'm gonna gamble. I'm gonna say this is the Morkin. I knew it. I knew it. Because this is the process we've been doing lately. The crop is just like mine, 16 by 9 basically. So that's nice. And this one, this got to be DeMorkin again, because this is kind of a combination of like the pencil kind of processing with I don't know, I with with a different kind of processing. I like the blue in the windows down here. This is a nice little touch, this blue green. Yeah, good job, DeMorkin. This is very nice. Front and center crop. A lot of people doing that today to this one. Yeah, Randy, maybe I'll get out there to California one time. It would be kind of cool to hang out. Um, I got a feeling this is the Morkin again because now I'm seeing I don't know the sharpening done on this is excellent. I mean it's slightly overdone when you punch in, but when you look at it as a whole, it's not bad. The only flaw I see here is this little green somehow, but I'm guessing this is the Morkin again. I knew it. You know, the front and center crop, right? But this is a good processing. The only thing is this green line right here is a little bit weird. It's kind of throwing my eyes off. But other than that, the processing is really good. This, let me punch in. Yeah, this one exactly the same crop I did almost. This is nice in a way. I mean, I like how you brought the blues and the greens, the grass, the color in the grass and the sky is perfect. It just needs, I don't know. I think it looks good as is. I don't think I would change anything. This is your Hang on the Wall award. Really, let's see who gets the award. Dawood. Yeah, good job, Dawood. Very, very good edit. I mean, it's just like what I was seeing with my own eyes, but better. I don't know how to explain it, but I like this edit. You want a vignette on this, Elaine? Yeah, vignette wouldn't hurt. That's true. You know, I'm a big fan of vignettes. This feels like DeMorkin again, kind of this pencil art. I feel like I saw this already. Oh yeah, I must have downloaded this twice. Let me just look. Yeah, it's the same picture. Oh, and that's the last one. Wow. Wow. This one, this is crazy. Who was this? Image writer. Man, crazy stuff. I don't know. I like them all. They all have the kind of their own look. You know, all of them are very different. Cartoony. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. This one's a little bit too rich. I don't know. I'm gonna go. That's too tight. I like the wider crop. Man, I don't know. I like that one. That one. They're all really nice. I can't pick one that I like best. They're all really good, but I'll put them up on my forum, and then I'll try and figure out how you guys can upload a photo if you want other people to edit it. Because apparently the forum is not taking raw files for upload. The best way right now is to put a link to your Dropbox or Google Drive a link to the raw file, and then maybe a preview image that you can upload a JPEG or something. I don't know. I have to give some thought because right now in my forum there is a category for uploading your photos so you can have everybody edit them if you want, other than just me, right? Because man, if you guys, the way you guys edit, you guys could probably do some amazing stuff to each other's images, right? It would be really cool to see. But we'll have to see if Tony Northrup and Chelsea do another live photo editing soon. I don't want to wait 6 more months to do that live chat or live stream reaction video with them. But okay, I'm gonna call it here because man, I don't know why I'm so tired all of a sudden. The coffee must have wore off. And you get that kind of that crash, right? So thanks everybody for joining me today. I really appreciate it. It's fun editing your images today, even though I was really struggling with with a lot of them. I don't know why. Um, and it was great. You guys edit my image, a lot of good edits. I'll put them in my forum for you guys to look at later. But I'll be back on Sunday. Thanks again.